So we're still on this language page, and this is just if you really want to help me with translating it. So let's just imagine that, let's just have a look at the intro, and let's just choose a language that's not fully translated. Okay, so I see that, for example, Finnish has just 31% translated. Well, that's not much, so there's obviously quite a lot of strings which remain in English and need to be translated. So first, please read this. This is just a brief description of how this language files are treated and how they work. Now, if you click this last link again, and we see this all translate, untranslated, download, translate. Now, again, this is German. We have 0 untranslated, so this is not what we were interested in. Let's just try Finnish, as we said, and we see there's quite a few untranslated strings. In which case, we click the translate link. Okay. Now, we're in this page, and here you have all the strings that are not translated yet. So we have 10 years ago. So we have above, absolute maximum. So let's just say we want to translate absolute maximum. Click here, and you type in. Now, obviously, this is not right. This is not in Finnish. This you would write in the language that you're translating to, in this case, Finnish. So I don't speak Finnish, so I can't show you, but this is your actual translation. And to help you, there is a possibility to show a suggestion. So if you click this, it's just going to try to guess the translation. However, I want to emphasize, this is using an online translator, a machine translation. So it really is just to give you an idea, but this is definitely not 100% correct. And if you do not understand this, if this doesn't help you to understand this English phrase, then please don't just copy this and paste it here, because this is just a machine translation. It's to help you to get an idea of what this means. But if this doesn't help you in understanding what it means, then just don't translate it, just leave it blank, because I want to make sure that the translations are correct. I don't want to use machine translation, so please don't just copy this if you don't know the correct meaning of this. And if you're sure it is correct, then you just click this icon, and it will be inserted here automatically. So in this case, like this. One more thing I want to say is that sometimes you see that the actual text here is in bold. This is in bold. This is in bold. If you see a new line here and it's not in bold, it's just an explanation, some more information for you as a translator. But please do not translate this. So in this case here, you only translate the admin. This is only telling you, okay, this phrase is used in, for example, the phrase admin section. If you scroll down here, bug. Now, a bug in English can mean an animal, but it can also mean a mistake in a computer code. So in this case, I'm telling you, okay, well, if in your language it's likely that it doesn't have this word, doesn't have this literal meaning of an animal. So in this case, make sure you use the word for the mistake in a computer code. And so here you would write a translation for the word bug in your language, the language that you're translating, but do not translate a mistake in computer code. Yeah, this text should not be translated here. Only this. This is only for you as a translator to know what you're translating. Okay. And once you're done, scroll down. Just fill in your name so that in case there's some and your email. That's just because in case I'm unsure about something or there's some problem with the translation, I might contact you. So please fill in your name and your email, then just check the CAPTCHA and then hit submit. And now, very important thing. When you hit submit, the translations are sent to me and I add them to the language database that I have on my server, and then they will be available here when you download a new language. But in the past, this was done automatically. In other words, when you hit submit, the language strings were inserted into the language database and you could download them straight away. Unfortunately, It just happens that sometimes people are confused and they don't include the correct translation or whatever. Well, either way, I decided I will first check the translation myself and add it manually, which has the advantage because the translation will most likely be correct. Unfortunately, one disadvantage is that obviously it means that once you hit the submit button, you will not see them immediately here because they're not inserted by the script. Rather, they're sent to me. I look at them and then I add it word by word to the database. And I really do it one by one. So I always try to add them within 24 to 48 hours. But just check the page, and if you see, you translate something, you check the next day, and hopefully it will be there. If not, then wait maybe another day, and if it's not there after 2 or 3 days, you can just email me, ask me, okay, when is this going to be? And I'm going to reply, okay, I'm busy now, I'll do it tomorrow, or I might just say, yes, I've already added it. So that's just for you. So don't be surprised once you submit the translations. This will still show. This will still show that there are. If I now translated these three and I hit submit, and I immediately go back here, there would still be 3 untranslated strings, which because this only checks whatever is already in the database. So in this case, you just wait, and I will add it as soon as I can. So that's just so you know about how this works.